How's it going, everyone? So this one's not so much fun to do today, to be fair. The Broads has had a really bad salt surge from the sea after the storms and stuff like that, and lots of fish are dying all over the place, literally hundreds of thousands. There's fish piling up in all the ditches where the fresh water's coming in. They're all trying to swarm on top of each other and hold up in the freshwater areas, trying to sort of stay alive. So I'll spin you around and I'll show you what's going on. So this is not very nice to see, but as you walk along the rivers, boat yards and anywhere else on the Broads at the moment, mainly this is what you're going to see. You're going to see fish all floating all over the surface, all congregated all around the boats, all in in the corners of boat yards, floating down the main rivers. And just pretty much everywhere you look, hundreds of thousands of fish that just haven't made it through the salt surge, and that's absolutely horrible to see. But I thought it was worth reporting on, because really something needs to be done about this. That happens every year and seems to be getting worse and worse, and one day there won't be no fish. It got to a point where just everywhere you go, this is what you see. It's just all over everything. There's big bream, there's pike, there's roach, rudd, perch, rough, you name it. It's unbelievable. Then I come across this down at Pottheim. I came across this, which I thought was a Siamese carp or something like that, which is quite strange to find in the Broads, but in the end I picked it up and took it out, and I'm pretty sure it's a big mullet. So that's a long way in and should be in salt water. That's a big fish though. That's, I don't know, 4 or 5 pounds, something like that, and hasn't made it. It's quite hard to put into words how horrible it is to see, and I'm sure you all agree watching it. It's not very nice, and it's probably only going to get worse over the next few days, as the salt just destroys the whole ecosystem. It's not just the fish that it's getting literally everything that lives in the river. There's all snails floating on the surface, just all sorts of things. You name it that lives in the water, it's not making it. On a much more positive note, some fish are making it, and they're getting into these ditches and into these overflows where the fresh water runs off the fields and stuff like that through the storm drains, and they're sort of trying to live in the ditch, which they seem to be doing fairly well. But there's so many fish in there, as you can see. There's just more fish than there is water. It's absolutely crazy. There's literally hundreds of thousands of fish just lining the ditches. Rudd, roach, perch, bream, pike, you name it, they're all squeezing in there and just trying to survive, I suppose, is the best way to put it. The Environment Agency and Broads Authority, I think, are working together, and they got massive tanks on trailers, and then people in these ditches with nets. Literally every scoop is hundreds of fish going into the big tubs, and they're moving them from here as far away up the Broads as they can, away from the salt. So some of these fish are going to survive, and I think they removed over 50,000 fish yesterday, so there is some good being done, but I think we're going to lose way more than what's going to be saved, which is not good. But please leave in the comments below what you think should be done. I think there should be a barrier put up right up near Yarmouth to stop the salt surges coming down into the Broads, but that would obviously have to be financed somehow. But I'm sure lots of people would chip in, and that could get done. If every fisherman or every person who owned a boat put £1 in, that would quite easily get paid for, wouldn't it? And we'd be able to save all these fish and all these animals that live in the Broads. They'd be able to live on and, you know, get much bigger like they used to, the 30 30 odd pound pike we used to get, the £10 plus bream, all them sorts of fish would all come back again, but now they just get wiped out every year and just can't survive. As most of you know, the Broads is a fun place to be. Come down on the boats, come down for holidays, do some fishing, take tours, look at historic things, etc, etc. So I'm sure that everybody that come down here, if we could all get together and do something, we'll probably be able to get over this problem, but how to do it and what to do is a different thing. So if anybody's got any ideas, put it in the comments below and we can all start chatting away to each other and see if we can do anything about this horrible thing. Let's make the Broads a nice wonderful place that it normally is, and keep people coming here every year on their holidays to have fun, days out, etc, etc.